Bigbossjock radio show. Listeners are encouraged to rise up, confront the U.S. government, kick off the revolution, liberate the Confederate States of America, the Alamo, placed as the Capitol. Analyst assessment, episode 53. Clip posted by NBC News entitled "Watch Live. Trump Participates in Immigration and Border Security Roundtable." Posted April 5, 2019. Airtime 52 minutes 2 seconds. Enter into the clip 32 minutes 25 seconds. Before beginning, gonna make another mention. Court, May 23rd. Preliminary hearing. Being charged with 2 felonies. Looking at years in prison. After a 2 more and an ongoing protest. More than 2 years. On the doorstep, over a year. On the doorstep of who has me in that court? The Reading Police Department. The protest isn't being mentioned in the court. No. The public defender that was assigned to me because I'm kept at indigent level by the Reading Police Department that cashes the check made out to the birth name every month, almost $10,000, denied health benefits. Well, they have me in the courtroom pretending they don't know who I am after acknowledging that I'm a federal agent. That's why I had the 8-inch knife on my hip for 5 months on their doorstep, part of the daily protest Monday through Friday. The court's going to address a bicycle ride at 4:45 in the morning on the way to the gym. Get special rates for indigent type of people. That's right. This is the health plan. 2 kilometers a swim a day, 3 miles on the bike every day, 3 miles walk every day. Attempt to maintain with life. Denied any type of medical benefits and justly earned. Shot a multitude of times. At current, 2 bullets inside of me, and I'm chastised by the Reading Police Department, the ones that make fun of me because I say I was sprayed with a machine gun and I would, many bullet wounds, and I have to pretend that, it's getting very difficult to do. It's a lot of abuse, and no one's being held accountable. I'm looking at years in prison. Anyone see me out there with that knife on my hip Monday through Friday for 5 months? Yeah. If they need a time, I don't mind. Yeah, between August and January. The arrest was January 25. 2 days after I mentioned to the chief that, they might find these accusations unfounded. Though I intended to make a complaint and he was listed in that complaint. A day and a half later, I was arrested at 4:45 in the morning with the same attire. Quite similar, a green shirt instead of a rain jacket. The rain jacket was worn inside of their offices when they arrested me before for making too much noise. A megaphone notified them, "Wake up! Bullet lodged in the backbone. 45 minutes out in front of their office with a megaphone. 50 watts. And continues on. The abuse. Absolutely no health care. None. With the multitude of bullet wounds, there are many military decorations. They go with the military, the U.S. Armed Forces. I'm the special attaché. With the DIA, attached to whoever that day. Where did I serve? Every place. Not every place and every group, though I did earn the benefits. The decorations don't matter. No, not at all. About as much as that Yankee flag, about to go away. Yeah, they have their reasons why it doesn't matter, and why none of that's admitted into the court. And then I'm treated as a felon indigent. That's all. Nothing more. Realize, listener, there's a multitude of federal agents right now, and included at that Reading Police Department that listen to this broadcast. They watch me all day long. I have signals that come out of my body, emit, come out. They're transmitted. A stimoceiver implanted at the cerebral cortex. Electrode pushed up through the brain to the frontal lobe. 4 aneurysms near that electrode. And absolutely no health care. And to even make it, well, more interesting, they made sure the crop didn't turn out last year. Yeah. Oh, scraping treetops. Barely staying on the air. Yeah, a little difficult. Well, continuing with another episode. May 23rd, before continuing. 8:30 in the morning, Redding, California. Shasta Superior Court. Any U.S. Fed agents out there? I know, you prefer federal agent. Yeah, any U.S. federal agents out there that gave a read to any of those pages? There's some hundreds. Posted on a website named The Real Conspiracy Forum. Well, maybe they could be of assistance and show there at the court. Any? How about you? Out there, you're not with the government, not in any way, and you saw that knife. I mean, day after day after day, change of the light, not only on their doorstep. Oh, back, forth, at the main intersection of one of the main avenues in Redding, California. Oh, where the knife in the post office various times, in the grocery store various times, every day to the gym, on my hip every day for the 5 months everywhere I went. That's right. No one, seems to know anything, and they're gonna proceed with not acknowledging that I'm a U.S. federal agent, and the auxiliary name has a special attachment. Either name they look at, there's an issue. Well, who's they? And no one's looking. And what continues is a whole lot of abuse. I earned those medical benefits, and I feel that after being sprayed with a machine gun and shot with 10 other caliber of guns over the years, I deserve some health care. That's right, 10. Was the 45 not big enough? Not a large enough caliber? Well, for Yankee Sam, it doesn't count. To the gut, not a graze. Oh, did lift me up, right off of my feet and out the doorway. And they find this amusing over at the Reading Police Department. Anyone out there could be of assistance. I'd sure appreciate it if they'd make an appearance. 8:30, May 23rd, Shasta Superior Court, Division 2. It's going to be a preliminary hearing. The public defender won't mention anything about a protest, no type of defense other than a bike ride at 4:45 in the morning. They're calling 5:04. They, the Reading Police Department, not subjected to any type of oversight. No type of investigation. The hand billboard, sexually assaulted. From the chief to the grunt at the bottom. The entire department rotten. Multitude of officials. Extrajudicially extradited from the country of Peru. DIA approved. In conjunction with the Reading Police Department. No one has any problem with any of this. Well, maybe some of you listeners do, and I'd appreciate some assistance. I'm looking at years in prison, and I have to somehow figure out how to defend myself, looking how to make motions. I'd appreciate any lawyers out there, if they could put on the post under the video, how do I make a motion to be able to appeal the case if it doesn't turn out in my favor? And some other motions, such as the security camera footage on October 17th. I have the paper that gave me back the knife. The other, I have a stimoceiver. I emit frequencies. They watch the frequencies all day, every day. And no one finds any problem with any of this. They, The Reading Police Department. USDIA operators. Daily mask wearers. Peel off the mask, put on another. Different act, wasn't them. Not held accountable. I mean, look completely different. Bags under the clothes, stilts under the feet, different height, different weight, different face, different name. Not held accountable. The stem receiver was put there when I was 11 months old. This is getting real tiring. A little bit cumbersome. No health care. I'm not making this up about the bullet wounds. A multitude. I have 2 bullets in me currently. Current date. And it doesn't mean anything. I can't get any health care. Bit frustrating. Yeah. That's right. Well, I'd appreciate some assistance. Any who could make an appearance. Let them coppers know. They know what's going on. 32 minutes, 25 seconds. At the border crossing daily. Well, who's making the statement? That'd be the unnamed official. Completely unacceptable to have officials who aren't introduced, no name placed, making statements. Who made the statements? The official in the black shirt. What happens when it's a green shirt? He wasn't there anymore? Yeah. Or what about her? She's red dress. No introduction made. She's coming up next. 32 minutes, 25 seconds at the border crossing daily. Families are being released with nothing more than a notice to appear. House assessment. Instead of worded border crossing, stated should have been occurrence at the Calexico U.S. Port of Entrance facility. Stated should have been illegal migrant units. Adults with children allowed to remain on the U.S. side of the U.S. border region upon own recognizance. That's right. That's what I'm currently on. They can lift that at any time. Put me in prison. Oh no, jail. Away trial. That's it. Oh, after 2 years of protest. This is interesting. Due to the reception termed as an asylum seeker, person is viewed as in need. No longer illegal migrant, has backloaded the U.S. immigration court system. That is not being stated at the conference. Clouded is the issue. The U.S. citizen isn't understanding. Why is there an immigration crisis other than it's being called by the officials in such a way? Termed a crisis. Nothing different than it's been for decades. What's about to happen? Something being planned? Can answer that. Yes. Breakup of the U.S. territory. The formation of the autonomous region of California. Just again, today, well, court's only in 3 days away, going to walk up to the gallows pole another time. Well, that's on the 23rd. Today must be the 20th. On the 18th, notice that, or was it the 17th? A couple days ago, Don's mentioning the allocation of undesirables relocated to what will be termed sanctuary places. Yeah. That will be done with the intent to break up the U.S. territory. The proclamation of the autonomous region of California. People will wake up, pop up tents on the front lawn. Can't complain much. Special legislation in place. Asylum seekers, they're to be treated with a certain amount of what Yankee Sam will term respect. The give up of one's asset, their residence. Such is what happened in Europe. Pop up tents, and the people couldn't, the owner of the house couldn't get the newcomer to leave, to go down the street. And they weren't wanted on the lawn. Of course, my comment at the time, well, the one with the front lawn shouldn't have supported bombing the other one's home.
And I'll stay with that to a certain degree, certain level. But as the situation unfolded, what was being termed an asylum seeker was an illegal migrant. I'm speaking about Europe. Same thing's going to happen here as planned. I mean, does the listener not understand? Again and again, the U.S. government's terming something a crisis situation. What is the situation? Hasn't it yet unfolded? Well, why are they planning for a crisis? Why not prevent the crisis? What's the intent? Break up the U.S. territory? Overwhelm the system? 32 minutes, 34 seconds. Statement made, U.S. immigration official. We need, worded in a way, places on the same level, equal in power with the U.S. president. Is again another example of what's been going on the entire conference. Public again associated, identified with we, placed on in the group, approved of the removal, stripped of power about to be ended U.S. presidency. All with a simple computer-generated dialogue. The placement of we when that cannot be when there is one leader, one commander-in-chief. Terming the responsibilities in a way described as we. Well, then in turn the power is shared by the group we. That has been shown to be any official that chats with the president in a public address, public presidential address. Every one of those officials in the last 32 minutes that has taken their turn to speak has disrespected the president, has shared the power by using the term we, put themselves at the same level as the U.S. president. The listener needs to understand the statements are not genuine. The dialogue is computer generated, placed by the USDIA with the intent to skip out, not be held accountable. The ones who mismanaged the system till where it's at a level it's about to collapse. Bankrupt, defunct. What's Don's statement? Computer generated, placed again and again. Just can't do it. Listen. Just can't do it. Can't take any more. Well, what is it when it's just couldn't do it? Money, there isn't any more. Couldn't pay on the debt. China's here to collect. Meet Chairman China. Chairman of China. Make no mistake, Xi is another. His identity is a shadow. He's a mask wearer. "32 minutes, meaning a USDIA operator. USDIA is going to take another name and put on a different face. And, well, it was never them back in the day. They won't be held accountable. They skipped out. I mean, hey, it's new management. And the population conditioned. Well, what's the statement? And they already know. They've been instructed in the form of you. They're going to pick up the tune, know what to do. Continue. Not question much. Been conditioned to accept the takeover that's about to happen. Our one only God, He helps me with this rhyme, line by line. I do give my thanks, along with gratitude, for our one only God. This is the Big Boss Jock, momentarily signing off.